Ms. Urvi Dave has 7 years of teaching experience in both primary and secondary departments. She is currently teaching in the primary department at Kameshwar International School in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. She completed her master's degree from Delhi University. Additionally, she holds a Bachelor of Education degree from CRSU, Sonipat. Congratulations to Ms. Urvi Dave on being a published author. Her book has earned a place in both the India Book of Records and the Asia Book of Records. Hearty welcome, Ms. Urvi. The stage is yours. Please proceed.
Thank you.
Urvi, yeah, you can continue.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. I extend a very warm welcome to our distinguished group of teachers and educators on behalf of Extra Mile, which is a unique platform offering both online and offline training. It was founded by Dr. Abdul Salam, who is also the visionary behind BTAG. With a strong network of expert trainers, Extra Mile is fully equipped to deliver on-demand, on-site training throughout India. I want to start by sincerely thanking Dr. Abdul Salam sir and Extra Mile Education and Training for this incredible opportunity. Extra Mile, along with the expertise of our resource person, Ms. Amira, is excited to share valuable insights regarding how artificial intelligence has rapidly transformed from a futuristic concept to an integral part of our daily lives. And education is no exception. In 2024, AI technologies are revolutionizing the academic landscape, offering unprecedented opportunities for personalized training, administrative efficiency, and improved educational outcomes. From intelligent tutoring systems to AI driven classroom management, the impact of AI is profound and far reaching. It is now my privilege to introduce our distinguished speakers for the evening. I'm honored to present Dr. Abdul Salam. Dr. Salam is a distinguished figure in the education sector, known for his extensive contribution as a CBSE resource person and master trainer. He has significantly impacted educational standards in India through his role as an assessor for the National Accreditation Board for Education and Training under the Government of India. As the founder and CEO of Extra Mile Education and Training and the Bharat Transformers Academic Group, that is BTAG, Dr. Salam is at the forefront of initiatives aimed at enhancing learning experiences and educational outcomes. His dedication to education is truly inspiring. Sir, I now invite you to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Ms. Amira, resource person of today, and all those who have joined. Thank you for joining Extra Mile Education and Training. We have found a few very interesting technological tools, and we thought it would be very much helpful to all the educators. So we requested Ms. Amira to take it up, and we thank Ms. Amira for taking it up and offering this session. Thank you, Amira ma'am. And thank you everybody for joining this. Definitely, as professionals, we have to update ourselves. So this is an opportunity to update in terms of the technology which is ruling the world, especially in all professional realms, and we cannot stand behind. So that's the reason we thought we should offer this session. In fact, a few of the technological tools we are going to discuss today are very familiar to us, like the calendar, the Google Calendar and all, but many of us do not use. Ms. Amira will be able to help you how to use it on a daily basis in your teaching jobs, so that other tools also shall be discussing, so that your jobs will be much easier. So hope we will be in a position to utilize these tools after this session. This is a humble request to each and every educator who has joined to use technology in the classroom, so that teaching becomes very easy and interesting. But thank you so much once again to everybody. Hearty welcome to this particular session. Over to Urvi Dave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the kind introduction and for setting the tone for today's discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also privileged to have with us Mr. Biju S. Pillai, the co-founder of BTAG. With vast experience in the
Miss Urvi
education...
Dave, you can skip his part. He is not able to join. So you can go to
Okay.
Amira.
Okay, sir. Let's move on to today's highlight. Resource person for today's session is Ms. Amira Ansari. 12 years of dynamic experience in teaching over polytechnic and engineering colleges. She holds a master in computer science engineering and also a certified QCI NABET assessor. Currently serving as the head of computer science and PGT at SVKM CBSE School, Dhule, Maharashtra. Her dedication extends to fostering innovation as evidenced by her involvement in patent applications for student-led projects related to microbit coding, one of which was selected for the National CBSE Skill Expo. Ma'am, it is truly a privilege to have you with us as a speaker for today's session. On behalf of everyone present, I extend a warm and sincere welcome to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's explore how we can frame questions which not only inculcate in the students the skills of recalling but also empower them for in-depth reasoning, giving the opportunities for critical thinking while connecting the learning to the real-world experiences. I now invite Ms. Amira Ansari to take over the session for the evening. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very good evening to all the educators out here. Thank you for joining today's session on technology tool for teachers. As we all know, the world of education is evolving rapidly and technology has become an essential part for the teaching and learning process. Today, we'll explore a variety of digital tools and platforms that can help us to enhance classroom engagement, to streamline administrative tasks, and support personalized learning for students. Whether you're looking for tools for communication, collaboration, assessment, or lesson planning, we've got you covered with all these topics today. So let us dive in and discover how these technologies can empower you to create a more dynamic and effective learning environment. So today we are going to learn about technology tool for teachers. We are going to learn, teach, and learn, and we are going to discover how technology can revolutionize our teaching methods and enhance student learning experiences. So, to empower the educators with technology, today we are going to learn few tools that have been backed by Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, New Delhi. These tools are educator-focused and tailored to enhance teaching methodologies and student engagement. Also, these tools are well developed for tech-driven learning to leverage the cutting-edge technology to transform the educational landscape. So today we are going to explore the essential educational tools. The first kind of tools are the mind tools that will help us to enhance cognitive process and creativity. The second type of tools are the resource management tools that will help us to optimize educational resources effectively. And the third type of tools are the creativity tools that would help us to foster innovation and artistic expression. Now, before we begin with these kind of tools, let us just have a glimpse to the evolution of educational technology. So the first thing that I would like to highlight is the physical to digital transition. We all know that book and blackboards have given a way to digital resources and smart boards. Then we have user-friendly interfaces. We have graphical user interfaces that have made technology accessible to all the educators as well as to all the learners out there. And the third thing, that is education specific adaptations. The tools initially designed for business have been tailored for educational needs these days, and educational tools are day by day becoming more and more enhanced with new technologies as well as new options that would be definitely helpful for educators as well as learners. Then the next thing is time and effort saving. If we are going to if we are going to adopt to these tools very early in higher education, it will be very helpful for complex computations that will prove beneficial to students as well as learners. Again, the next highlight is personalized learning, that is technology enabled customization to meet diverse students needs very effectively. So when we talk about technology in secondary education, we have a student profile. So when we talk about the students, tech-savvy critical thinkers, capable of self-evaluation and goal setting, this comes to our mind. But the real world scenario is quite different from this. And when we talk about the teacher's role, organizers and coordinators of learning activities leveraging technology. So we all are just trying after the COVID and all the lockdown, after having those online classes, we all have become tech savvy. We all have learned to use various tools, and from I think from after COVID period, new and new tools are upcoming that are being quite beneficial for the educators and making our work very easy. So when we talk about the tool selection criteria, it is always time and effort saving. Also, it is very easy to use. Also, it is affordable and adaptable. So now, before we proceed further, I would like to ask to all the educators out here is, do you think that we as teachers need to be techno savvy and need to learn about these new technical tools to make our and to also make the students know about these tools and use it in our day-to-day lives? What is your opinion, or what are your thoughts about this? So you can raise your hands or you can post out your answers in the chat box.
Yes, they all are saying yes.
Yeah, I think everyone agreed to this point that, yeah, it is very essential for us all. But what is the reason why it is essential? What do you think? Anyone would like to raise hand and answer to this question, why this learning the technical tools and has become a necessity, or it is important that we should learn all these tools, or we should be have knowledge of all these tools as educators? Uh, we are
So,
getting answers. Yeah, in the chat box, we are getting answers.
yes.
Um, Deep, Deepa ma'am has answered, students are ahead of us in technology. Yeah, definitely right. Students are ahead in technology because as soon as they are born, they are dealing with mobile phones, computers, gamings, and all these technological tools. So they are ahead of us, right? Then Devapriya ma'am has told they make us smart teacher. Yeah, very well said, ma'am. With this changing world and all this 21st century, we all need to be smart educators. Very well said, ma'am. Shilpa Nair ma'am has said it is helpful in creating the materials. Yes, very well said, ma'am. We can definitely create materials. Mr. Guni said aid increasing creativity. Yes, very well said, sir. Even it will help us to increase the creativity. Then Miss Jency has told fifth generation computers is AI. Yes. Again, Jayalakshmi ma'am has told AI generation. Vidya ma'am has told it takes less effort. Yes, that is very true. Archana ma'am has told easy and faster way to learn. Yes. Samina ma'am has told fast growing technologies are updating the whole world. Miss Rani has told to enhance our knowledge as the students know. Yeah, we should update ourselves because it makes us updated and class more interesting. Seema ma'am has told makes class interesting. Yeah, helps aid in teaching. So we are getting so many answers in the chat box. And definitely, I think that today all educators are very excited to learn about the techno-savvy tools. So let us proceed further. So first, we are talking about the mind tools. The mind tools help us in planning and organizing. And some tools that I would like to share with you today is calendars. So we all are aware of calendars. Calendars help us in effective time management and to track the deadline. So it is a very powerful tool for tracking our schedules and deadline management. Then we have the mind maps. With the help of mind maps, we can have a visual organization of our thoughts and ideas for enhanced clarity. Then the third one is the notes. Notes, that is easy recording, organization, and retrieval of important information. So now let us proceed to calendars, that is mastering time management. So as teachers, as educators, time management is very important to us. So calendars help us to schedule the academic task. For example, it helps us to plan the mandatory task and program for the entire academic year. Even as the new academic year begins, we all have our academic calendars for the whole school. Again, we get the duties which are specific to the teachers or a group of teachers, and again we have our personalized calendars when we get our subject, when we get our classes. So then the next one is collaborative decision making. So teachers and students can work together and we can set priorities and timelines. Then it is very easy. It is efficient in task management. We can assign the task, we can also track the progress, and we can receive timely reminders. Again, personalized learning path, we can create individual calendar for students to maintain the focus on the goals. So let us have a spotlight on Rainlender. So Rainlender is a desktop-based calendar. It offers event and task management with visual monthly activity summaries. So what we can have is we can place this on the desktop. The very first thing, as soon as we log into our computers, we can see the calendar. So we can check out for the schedule for the week or the schedule for the day, and we can manage our task accordingly. It is always visible. So as I told you, it always stays on the desktop for quick and easy planning, and also we can access it very quickly. Again, it enables efficient scheduling and organization of tasks and events. So this is the view of Rainlender. For example, if we see the first one, that is August 16 has been marked. We can see the red circle. August 16, so we can see the to-do and the events. So to-do, we can see that we have marked that we have a birthday, upcoming birthday, and we have to buy a gift for our mom. Again, the event, we have the birthday. Again, if we see on Wednesday, the next week, we have a trip to Tokyo. So whenever we are opening the calendar, we would be aware of the upcoming activities as well as the activity of the day. Now, if we have a glimpse at the second calendar that has been given, that is of April 2004. For example, the date 12th April has been circled and we have a to-do list with us. So similarly, this is like for the house, but same way we can plan for our class. For example, 12th of April, I have planned that I have to take a class test for grade 7 based on chapter 5. Then I have to take a dictation in class 5 based on chapter, say, 7 or 8. Then again, we can have plans like, okay, I have my class assembly on 12th. Again, we can have is like okay, I have to take a reading test for so and so class, or I have to start preparing question papers. So accordingly, we can make a to-do list as soon as we get to know about any task that has been allotted to us, or because see, we as educators, we have so much work to do, and we tend to forget things. So once we know the things, if we are putting it up in the calendar, we would be um able to organize, and we will be able to do our duties more responsibly. And also, it is a very good practice uh, to put up things in the calendar. And also, the very important thing is we get the reminders for the task that we are putting up in the calendar. Again, the very famous is the Google Calendar. We all have this inbuilt in our mobile phones as well. So it is a teacher's best friend, I would say that. So why it is the best friend of teachers? It has seamless synchronization. So as it is placed on our mobile phone, it synchronizes with our Gmail ID. So if you are having your Gmail ID in your mobile phone, as we all have it by default, again, if you are logging to our computer also, the calendar would be synchronized to our desktop or to our laptop. So this is the uh, advantage of Google Calendar. So it will give access to your schedule across all the devices anytime and anywhere. Even if you are changing the device and you are logging in with your Gmail ID, so we can access our Google Calendar. Again, the next advantage is collaboration. So we can share the calendar with the student, parent, and colleagues for joint planning. We can go for this also. Again, we have smart reminders. We can set customizable alert for upcoming task and important deadline. So like I feel that this task is very important, so I can set alert for that, or upcoming task, or if I'm having some important deadline. Again, color coding, we can organize the subject by task or task type for better visual clarity. We can use the color coding as well.
Miss Amira, excuse me. Do you have a
Yes,
demonstration for this or?
yes, sir, we have it upcoming,
Okay.
coming up, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So maximizing the Google Calendar for education, how we can maximize Google Calendar? Like we can plan our academic schedules, we can coordinate our lessons, our exams and activities efficiently. Again, we can facilitate collaborative projects, we can share and update the schedule with our colleagues and students. We can also enhance parent communication. We can provide access to shared calendar for timely event updates. So now we all know that today the parents are like very much interested in what my child is doing in school, what are the upcoming events. So we can share the calendar with our parents also, so they are also aware of the upcoming events and activities that are going to take place in the school. Again, we can integrate it with other tools. We can synchronize it with Gmail and also with Google Classroom for a unified experience. So this is a very powerful tool because it can synchronize with all other Google tools that we are going to use. So just this is a picture of the Google Calendar. Like as I told you, as you can see on the left side, we have a calendar for February 2021. Below the calendar, you can see my calendars. Again, we have different options and we have different colors over there. And if we see on the main screen or the canvas on the right hand side, we have different color schemes for different events. Okay. Now let us see a live demo how we can unlock the potential of Google Calendar. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is online Google Calendar that I have accessed over here. So this is on my left hand side, you can see December 2024. Okay, we have the calendar over here. And I have certain already things that are marked in my calendar over here, like some birthdays, family, some senior KG task, senior KG, like it is for my daughter. She's studying in senior KG, so I have marked calendar for her. Again, I'm having option like holidays in India. So when I click, you all can see that I have an option to click on create. So when I'm going to click on create, I will get again three options: event, task, appointment, or schedule. So suppose I have an upcoming event, I can click on that and I can add title. For example, say annual day. We are having annual day event. Again, we can then select the time over here. Suppose say I am having the event on 23rd December. What would be the time? I can set the time as well. Say 5 p.m. to by what time it would end is say 9 p.m. I can click on save. If I want, whether it would be repeating, whether it is daily, weekly, okay. Again, that if it is going to continue all day, some events that are going to continue all day, we can click the option of all day. We have an option to add guest over here. If we are going to click on that, we can add guests as well. Say suppose if my parents are invited over there, I can add the email IDs of the parents. Again, if I'm having some online conference related to that event, I can add Google Meet video conferencing. So using that option also, I can add, I will also get an option to join with Google Meet. Again, I can add the location as well. I'm having an option to add description or a Google Drive attachment. So even if I have to add some description of the event, I can add the description as well. And then I'm going to click on save. So I'm adding annual day, timing I have saved, and I'm clicking on save. So the event has been added over here. As you can see, annual day, date 23rd December. If I'm going to click on 23, I can see the event of the days. Say suppose on 23rd December in the morning, again, I'm going to have some online meeting. Again, I'll click on create. Say I have an event again, and I have an online meeting with, say, parents. The same day I'm having on 23rd December, but my meeting is in the morning, say 9 a.m. and it would be up to 11 a.m. and I'm going to save it. So you can see the event has been added over there. Online meeting with parents, that would be 9 to 11 a.m. Then when I'm scrolling down at 5 o'clock, I'm having my annual day. Also similarly, day-wise, we can schedule all our tasks using the Google Calendar. And even we can view it. Say if today is 14th, I'm not having anything aligned over here. And if I'm clicking on 23, I can see all my tasks and events that I have to fulfill on that day. So this was just a gist of online demonstration of Google Calendar. Let us proceed back. That was the live demo of Google Calendar. So you all have your Gmail IDs. With your Gmail ID, you can easily use Google Calendar, and it is very, very easy. Even in our mobile phones. As soon as you come to know about any event, we can add it using it. Then next is the journals. Journals are very effective tool for reflection and growth. We can have our everyday documentation. It is again a tool for reflection, again planning and reviewing. So with the help of journal, we can record the activities, observation and thoughts. Again for reflection, we can encourage self-examination and professional growth. Again planning and reviewing. It aids us in setting and revisiting our goals and plans. So we all know the benefits of journal writing. It fosters introspection, again a role modeling. Teachers who value journaling can inspire the students to adapt the same habit. Again, a very big advantage of journal writing is it improves time management because it provides a structured way to track the progress and refine the approaches. So to develop this habit, we can use certain apps. Like in olden days, a teacher used a pen and a paper or some book or some kind of journal, and it was manual. We need to write it. Now the tools, with the help of these tools, the work has become very easy. We have Red Notebook. So it is a comprehensive journal and calendar tool. It provides all-in-one solution. That is, it combines journal, notepad, and calendar together. Also, it is very easy to access. It has an auto-save feature. So instantly it will save whatever we are typing and saving. Again, tagging and research. So we can tag the journal entries. We can put tags that are very important. Also, we can use search boxes or a word cloud for quick retrieval. Again, it is very versatile. It is suitable for journaling, note-taking, and planning. So this is a screenshot of Red Notebook. You can see on my left-hand side, I am having a calendar, say, of July 2017. On 10th July, suppose I had taught my class, I have written my day. So today I went to the pet shop and bought a tiger. So what we can do is we are having a title, we are having a paragraph. Also, if we are searching some information on internet, we can paste that link. Also, if I have clicked certain pictures, I can paste that picture. Now, for example, if I had taken my students for a field trip, say to a field trip to a field or say to a bank. Okay, so in my day, the title would be field trip of say grade 6 to a bank. Then I'll write a small paragraph over there. If I have clicked pictures of the students, I can even paste the pictures of the student over there. So this is very easy to recall on which day what all events we have done. Because even as teachers, we do so much of work and we tend to forget what we did on which day. So we can write a title, a small note, and we can put up some pictures in it. So this is a very helpful tool, that is Red Notebook. So even we are having certain alternatives for note taking. We have other applications like Basket notepads and Tomboy notes. So when I'm talking about Basket notepad, it is a very specialized tool for organized notes because it features intuitive autosave. And when I'm talking about Tomboy Note, it offers synchronization to online storage, and it is very perfect for teachers to manage the task across various devices. So this is just a screenshot of so say like party this Friday. This is just a glimpse. We can use it according to our purpose. Suppose say Liz from the bookstore. The address has we have written certain notes regarding it. We have written call her on Thursday. Say her email. Suppose say we have met some important. We went to some conference and we have met some important person over there, and we are in a hurry to just list out something. So we are having our notepad, a ready-made notepad. So we can just type and we can put in the phone number or email address or whatever is required. Even if we are doing some work in the class, accordingly, we can put up that so and so date I had taken dictation, but half of the class had gone out or something like that. For any event, we can just put a note related to it. The next kind of tool, that is mind and concept map, that is related to visualizing the ideas. So today as educators, when we are just teaching the students theory, so we all know that the students learn in a variety of ways, right? We all know about the VARK model, that is the visual, auditory, again reading and writing, and the kinesthetic. So there are different kind of learners in our class. As educators, we all know that. So visual, when we post out the ideas or concepts visually, the students understand more easily. So these tools are definitely very powerful to make our to make the teaching and learning process very easy. So it will help us for a visual representation of linked ideas using words, phrases, and connection. Again, a snapshot of mind structure, which is useful for organizing our thoughts and planning. So some key uses of mind maps can be in curricular design, in lesson planning, in brainstorming, also in project design. When we are talking about the students, how it can be beneficial for students in organized thinking, it will simplify the complex ideas into manageable and smaller chunk. Again, students can collaborate with each other, they can do teamwork, and it will help in creative problem solving. And the students who are visual learners, it will definitely be very beneficial for them. We today that we are going to talk about the tools, that is the mind and mapping tools, the concept mapping tool. The first tool that I'm going to talk about is text to mind map. So before we proceed with these tools, see, there are multiple amount of tools that are available on the internet. These are few tools that are very helpful and easily available. Okay. That's why I'm just giving you a gist of these tools that we can use very easily. So the first tool is text to mind map. It is very simple and intuitive tool. We have to just input the text. We are going to see a live demo of text to mind map in a very short time. Again, it will help the students and help to support the relationship for the concept map. Again, we are having some other tools like FreeMind, FreePlane, XMind, and visual understanding environment. So these tools help us to fold and unfold the map for step-by-step presentation. Again, they help us to export. They help us to export to image, PDF, or HTML format, whichever file format we are comfortable with. Also, these type of tools help us to attach text, images, and documents to notes for teaching resources. Then the next one is the Glyphy diagrams. So Glyphy diagram is a drag and drop interface for creating the flowchart and the concept map. Again, it is a browser-based Google Chrome. Now, before I proceed with the live demo of text to mind map tool, I would like to ask all of you is, do you think that it is necessary to have a tool to create a mind map or a flowchart? Do you feel that it is important, and why it is important? See, we are having today, we all have gathered here and we are teachers teaching different subjects. So if you would share your ideas, then we would know that this tool can be used for what purposes and why it is important that we use a tool to create a mind map or to create a flowchart. So anyone would like to share your thoughts regarding this? You can post your answers in chat box, or it would be much better if you raise your hand and answer it. Yeah, someone has told it is useful in revision. Yes. Jayalakshmi ma'am has told yes, to review what they learned in a lesson. Yeah, very well said, ma'am. Asiya ma'am has told because students can understand easily. Very well said, ma'am. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am has told to bring efficiency in teaching. Yes. Shri Vidya ma'am has told to summarize the lesson. Yeah, very well said, ma'am. Mr. Radhakrishnan has told to recollect the concept. Yeah, that is revision. Vishal sir has told that there is a lot of information to be processed and presented in an easy manner. Yeah. See, as educators, we cannot draw with a marker or a chalk on the board all these complex diagrams. But with the help of these tools, we can easily create it in a very short period of time. Yes. Samina ma'am has told for pre-assessment and post-assessment. Yeah, very well said, ma'am. Devapriya ma'am has told that summarize it is very useful to summarize. Again, Shri Vidya ma'am has told to evaluate the students' understanding. Yes. Jai Shri ma'am has told it can be used as a recap and assessment tool. Yes, ma'am. Ratna ma'am has told peer learning. Yes, ma'am. Very well said. We can give a task for the students to develop the mind map of certain chapters in groups. So they will revise accordingly, and also it will be in creative problem solving. Yes, to create an imagination of the concept. Yes, yes, very well said, ma'am. So we are getting so many answers in the chat box. So when I'm talking about Glyphy, so as I told you, see, this is a screenshot of Glyphy. We are on the left hand side, you can see we are having so many icons that we can use. We can see one diagram has been drawn, that is internal reimbursement process, that is accounting, management, and employee. So such kind of diagrams we can create on our smart boards, and accordingly we can explain the concept to the students. This can be done with the help of Glyphy. Again, FreeMind, I have shared a screenshot of FreeMind. As you can see that freely we can just create a tree diagram or a structure diagram that can be explained to the students. This can be related to the concepts. Yeah, this is text to mind map. We can create such kind of tree diagrams or flowcharts using the mind map. Now let us see the live demonstration of mind map. So when you go to Google and you just type text to mind map or you type free online tool text to mind map. So before I proceed that I have already pasted the link. Do you all want me to show you my Google bar like how you can search this tool, or is it okay if I directly go to the link? Yes. Do you want me to show my Google search engine? How do I search for this tool, or you are comfortable if I directly go to it?
You can directly
Please
go, ma'am. Yeah, that's better.
use the link, please.
Yeah, I can directly use the link. So I'm having already one link. I have opened the link that is text to mind map. So when I'm just searching on Google, I got this link and I am over here. So what I can do is I'm having an option over here, file, new. Okay, I'll click on file, I'll go to new. So here I have already certain set of instructions. Turn tab intended list to mind map, press tab to indent the line, shift plus tab to unindent the line, and drag the nodes to reorganize them. Now, for example, I have to create a tree diagram, say for example, related to types of vehicles based on number of wheels. This is just an example, okay? Okay, so this is my title. Say suppose in it, the first one I am having is two-wheeler. So I am typing two-wheeler over here. Okay, I have pressed enter. Now in two-wheeler, I have to type, say, scooter. Again, I'll press an enter, say, bike. Okay, I'll give an enter. Again, I'll give a backspace and say, suppose I'm typing the next type that is three-wheeler. Again, I'll press an enter and I'll give a tab because within three-wheeler, I have to type. Suppose say I am typing auto rickshaw. Then say next I am typing is the four-wheeler. Say in four-wheeler, typing say a car. You all can see the diagram is being created automatically. And if I don't want the rest of the things, I'll just select and I'll delete it. And here again, unwanted part, I am deleting it. So I have got, see, a floating diagram over here. I can drag it very easily. So I'm having types of vehicles. I'm having the first kind of vehicle that is two-wheeler. In two-wheeler, I have written scooter and bike. Then again, I have three-wheeler. In that, I have mentioned auto rickshaw. Then I have four-wheeler. In that, I have mentioned car. So accordingly, I can add other entries also. Suppose say in two-wheeler, I am writing as cycle. I can add that automatically it is appearing over here. Suppose say after car, I want to add on with bus. Automatically it is appearing over here. Say after bus, say I want to add a truck. I hope it is visible to everyone. So see, so easily we can create these diagrams, you know, online. If we are having smartboard, then very well. In the class itself, we can draw these diagrams and it will be very beneficial to the students. So this was all about the live demo of text to mind map. The next kind of tool that is resource management. As teachers, as educators, we have so many resources that it difficult to manage these resources. But so why resource management matters is vast amount of digital content is gathering. So teachers create and store large volume of data and learning materials. So we need efficient organization of these materials so that it is easy to access and retrieve. Again, it will help us to enhance our teaching by making the resources readily usable, using these resources in our lessons. So we are having resource management tool, 4 types of tools we are going to study. That is resource mapping, resource tagging, again, extending file management and backups. So certain key tools for resource management. The first tool, that is Basket Notepad. So Basket Notepad is very helpful for file management. It links and organizes the files such as note, images, videos, audios, and many more. Also, it helps in archives, that is zip files and executable files. So executable files, like for computer teachers, we have some certain softwares that are executable file, or even if the students are creating the project, those files are the executable files. Then integrated access, it launches the files with associated application and it serves as a presentation tool in the context of the lesson. Then the next tool is the FreePlane. So FreePlane extends mind mapping to resource mapping. So it links the resources to mind map node, combining the organization with visual representation. So when I'm talking about resource management in teaching, it helps us in lesson planning to collect, organize, and access multimedia resources efficiently. Again, we can have interactive presentations to seamlessly display content files within teaching sessions. Again, resource mapping to use the tools like FreePlane to create visual representations of the teaching materials. So resource mapping, that is organizing and accessing the files efficiently. So when I'm talking about traditional file management, we had folder structure, we had default file manager with nested folders for organizing the files. The naming styles aid in file access using the search. So we had certain limitations. So we had the search inefficiency. It was inefficient if memory fails to recall the exact file names or structure. So what today we are doing is we are simply in the search, we are typing something because we forgot where we have stored the data, what was the file name, and we forgot. So we are putting it in the search bar and we are searching it in our system. We are putting certain keyword which is very time consuming and it is also very less accurate. So this is the limitation of the current file management system. So for that, we have enhanced file access with resource mapping. As you can see in the diagram, if we are using these tools to store our files, we can easily see it in a structured manner where we have kept which file. So basket notepads, we are having certain features like we can have video, audio, archives, and executables. We can launch the file with appropriate application directly from the tool. Again, it will help us to access and organize the file within the context of a lesson or the learning activity. So this is a screenshot of the basket notepad. As you can see on my left hand side, unsorted temporary ideas, then to-do application, web codes. You can see when I'll click on the plus, to-do is, say, suppose the name of a folder, and within that I am having one more file, say application. Again, web code, say it is a folder. If I click on plus, I would be having certain things in that. If, say, some folder or file I have saved with the name as documentations, then again, we can save the file and we can access it very easily. Then again, basket notepad, you can see, as I told you, we can save audio, video, images, everything in basket notepad. So it will look something like this with the description, so that I can look at the picture, I can look at the icons, or I can look at the little bit description. I can find out my file very easily. So benefits of resource mapping, again, efficient file access and enhanced presentation. So because we can visually link the related file and resources to certain lessons or activities, again, we can quickly retrieve the files within the context of teaching task. Then the next one is resource tagging. So efficient file management tool for teacher. The challenge with resource mapping was it had limited organization. Also, it had difficulty in retrieving the file. So if we are tagging the resources, now for example, if we visit to the library, we have so many books in the library, right? So that is the physical files, folders, and books. And when we go to our computers, we have so many files and folders. Okay, so that is the soft copy. Again, when we go to the physical library, if we have tagged certain books or we have kept certain bookmarks or tag something, we can easily find out the file or we can easily find out the book. So the same system has been developed for the soft copies. If we are going to tag the files or we are going to tag the folders, then we can retrieve it very easily. So this is the power of tag. So what are the tags? Keywords or labels. So we assign certain label to the files to categorize them and to describe them. So say if I'm teaching in grade 5, 6, 7, and 8, and say if I'm having the data of grade 5, then I can give a label to it and I can keep the color of the label as pink. Say suppose I am having a lot of material for grade 6. I can choose a color, say yellow for grade 6. So whatever is in yellow color will belong to grade 6. So wouldn't it be very easy to segregate the data and to retrieve the data when we are storing it on the computer? So also we can use multiple tag for single file. Suppose say one single file of question paper is there. So I can put multiple tag that this folder is containing the question paper of grade 5, grade 6, and grade 7 for say half yearly examination. So one file or one folder can have multiple tags on them. Okay. Then example of tagging, say suppose a documentary video can be tagged by genre, also by a director, country of origin, subject area, also by the duration. So this will allow it to easily search and retrieve the different teaching scenarios. Again, when the benefits of tagging, we can efficiently organize and retrieve the file for different teaching needs. So we have the next tool, that is Tag Spaces. That is a cross-platform tagging tool. The meaning of cross-platform is I can use it on different platforms like mobile phone, computers, and laptops. So it is having a drag and drop facility. I can easily drag and drop my file to quickly assign certain tag. Again, it has color coding by which we can organize our files and folders. Again, batch tagging. We can add or remove the tags of multiple files at one time. Again, file management, we can rename, we can move, we can delete and manage the files while putting the tags on it. And also we can organize the files by thematic groups. We can give certain theme to certain groups. That will be very easy to access and retrieve. So benefits of resource tagging for teachers: quick retrieval, contextual organization, and cross-platform access. Now let us see the tools that are related to extending file management. These tools enhance the productivity with media and document tools. So we are having tag spaces and preview features. So we are having the option like file preview. So we can have a full preview which will enhance the basic thumbnail or icon views which are found in native file managers. And then we have media managers. So what media managers do? Media managers allow for basic editing of files and also uploading it to share on platforms like Flickr or YouTube. So this is the use of the media manager. As I told you, tag spaces. This is a small screenshot to show you a small demo of tag spaces. You can see we are on the left hand side. I am having an option of new. I can add new files in that or connect the location. Okay. Whatever current files I'm having, if I want a new file to connect to the older files that are already existing on my computer, then I'm having location manager. Location manager, I'm having the location and the names of whatever files I'm having. And here you can see the preview of the folders that I have saved using tag spaces. Then managing media files efficiently, we are having other tools like Shotwell, that is for Linux operating system, and we have Picasa, that is for Windows operating system. Picasa, I think most of us are using in our day-to-day life. It is a very specialized media management tool. With the help of that, we can manage our images and videos. And the key features include like date, time, GPS, the exposure details. All these features we can have if we are clicking some picture or we are recording some video. Then we are having the Doggear. Doggear is an effective tool for streamlining our PDF and documents. Okay. So that is PDF mind map integration. We can manage the PDF and the related documents directly with the help of mind map. Also, we can annotate the PDF, we can add the node, we can add comments, and we can highlight our PDF effortlessly. Also, it helps in visual organization. We can connect our PDF with the mind maps for visual, a structured resource management system. The benefit for teachers, if we are using the Doggear, we can efficiently do the manage the media. We can have enhanced document handling. Also, we can have improved productivity. Then the next and the most important thing is the backup. Safeguarding your files and data. That is the risking of losing files. Anyone would like to tell me what do you mean by backups? The teachers out here, what do you mean by backup and why it is important to have the backup of our files and folders? You can either raise your hands or you can put it in chat box. Yes, to restoring the file for easy retrieval. It helps in future assistance to save our data. Yeah, Miss Dr. Dr. Vishnu has written save copy in another platform of our data. Yes, that is true. To recover the lost data, yeah, Miss Jency has told. Miss Malti has told to restore the file, saving the data to recollecting the files for future. Yes, very well said, ma'am. So suppose if I am creating certain question papers and I have stored the data in my pen drive. And what if I lose my pen drive or if my pen drive gets corrupted? Or say if I am creating certain lesson plans or other resources and I have saved it on my desktop or on my computer, the computer is getting hanged or the computer has stopped working. Then how will I recover the file? I have to collect all the data again. So to avoid such kind of problem, we need to have backup of our file. So it means that we will save a copy of that file at some other location. Say suppose in the staff room we are having many system for the teachers, and if on my system, say if the system of teacher A, we are having so much of resource, we can, and some important resources are there, we can take one copy and we can save it on some other system. Okay, so what will happen if the first system is getting corrupted or not working? Then we can access those files from the second system. That is called as the backup. So that is safeguarding our files and data. So it can be due to accidental deletion. Files may get deleted unintentionally or due to system failure. Say due to the operating system may crash or the computers may stop working. So our files have got lost. Also, manual backup. Copying the file to external drives is common, but it leads to confusion about the file storage location. So multiple copy of the same files are frequently created out of anxiety. Isn't it? Even if we are taking backup, it happens that we are copying the same file multiple times. So it is consuming the hard drive. So we have certain solution for teachers like automatic backup tools. So many note-taking applications like Red Notebook offer built-in backup features along with the ability to export the content as text or HTML files. So if we are using a note-taking tool like Red Notebook, over there, we are also having an option of automatic backup automatic backup. Also, operating system backup tools are there, like all major operating system like Windows, Mac operating system, and Linux, they come with inbuilt backup tools. So we can set what to backup. So we are having certain settings, we can manage the settings and we can set which files we need to take the backup, which folders we need to take the backup, and where we should take the backup, to internal drive or to the external drive. So these backups, and also when the backup should be taken, when a copy should be created, regular, automated, it can be scheduled to ensure the up-to-date copies. So the best practices for backup and benefits for teachers is we should take the backup regularly. We should schedule the backup timings to ensure that critical data is protected. Again, we should organize the backup locations. We should keep track of the location to avoid the confusion and to create the duplicate copies. Also, we will have a peace of mind. We will not be stressed of losing the critical educational resources. Again, we can use certain external storage devices. We can back up to hard drives or cloud services. The very best and safe area to back up our data is the clouds. And there are many service providers for cloud like Google. Also, we have OneDrive. Also, we have Amazon Clouds. So we all can store the data using the cloud services. And also one benefit is going any part of the world, we can access the data that we have stored on the cloud. Then we have data security. So to protect the lesson plan, to protect the student record and other important files from accidental loss. So our data will be secure. Also, it is convenience. Automatic backup and scheduled tasks have time, and they save our time and efforts. The next kind of tools are the creativity tools. These tools empower the teachers and students for lifelong learning. So the teachers, it helps to facilitate the session where the students can actively engage and learn under teachers' guidance. Also, we all know that every student learns differently. So we need to adapt, and we need to adapt to creative learning tools. So the tools for creative learning, they help the students and teachers to observe better. We can remember and connect our thoughts in a very good manner. Also, they promote deep thinking and problem-solving skills in the students. Some examples of creativity tools are interactive whiteboards. We all know about interactive whiteboard. During COVID time, we might have used it, or still if we are taking online classes, we are aware of interactive whiteboard. They help us for collaborative discussions and brainstorming. Then we have mind mapping software. Such softwares help us to visualize and connect the ideas. Then we have certain simulation tools. These tools help us to explore the complex concepts through real-world scenarios. Now let us see a live demonstration of a simulation tool, that is Circuit Lab. So if in our science or in physics, we need to create certain circuits, then we have an online tool that is very efficient and helps us to create the circuit very easily. And also we don't need to make any IDs, or we don't need to download it. If you just go to circuitlab.com, we will get our screen. We can go to file. We can create a new file over here. So you know that here all the elements are present over here. Say example, if I need a voltage source, I can click on it. Automatically it will be placed on my screen. If I need some PN junction diode, again it can be placed on the screen. If I need a resistor, okay, and if I need some wires to connect it, again I can drag and I can click the wires and I can make the connection accordingly. So this was just a demonstration of circuitlab.com. So it is a simulation tool to create the circuit diagrams. Again, let us see a live demonstration of another simulation tool, that is OLabs. I think most of you might be aware of OLabs. So when you go to olabs.edu.in, a screen like this would be open. This is by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, also powered by CDAC and Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeeth. So here what we are having is, we are having different subjects. Accordingly, we can choose our subject. So suppose I am choosing science. So I am having a list of experiments for class 8, class 7, again say class 6. Okay, suppose say from class 6, I am choosing say an experiment to say classification of material on the basis of its properties. So we need to click over here. Then if we click on theory, we have all the theoretical explanation of the experiment. Then if I click on procedure, I will get the procedure of how to do the experiment. Then I'm having an option of animation where with the help of video, it will be shown how I have to do the experiment. Then if I go to simulator, I have a simulator over here. Say classification of material on the basis of its property. It is related to float and sink. Suppose here I am selecting the material, say wax. So it is floating on water. I am clicking on float. So it is a very interactive tool for students. Say suppose I took the next, that is glass piece. Again, I have to pick and put it up in the beaker. Say suppose it is, I have classified it as sink because it went to the bottom. Again, say oil paper. If I'm putting it in the beaker, it is floating. Again, say float. So this is a very good tool, that is the simulation tool, which we can use for our students to perform the experiments. Again, it will help us in lifelong learning. It will also foster the curiosity of the students. It will also help the diverse learners. It will because it is providing a learning space for all kinds of students. Also, personalized learning is provided over here. The next one is digital storytelling. So we can engage the learners through multimedia narratives as well. So digital storytelling uses the multimedia, that is text, audio, video, and images, which helps us to create compelling and interactive narratives. So how we can create a digital story is, first is the definition. We can craft a story using certain media elements to build an engaging and interactive experience. In the second step, that is integration of technology, we can create communication. The technology will enhance communication and it will transform the learning experiences by incorporating multimedia. Also, it is teacher and student driven. It can be used effectively by both teachers and students in educational settings. The educational use of digital storytelling is, it is objective based learning. It focuses on learning objective and communicate both the process and result of achieving it. Also, it is a collaborative tool. We can encourage the students to create a digital story by collaborating with each other in groups. Also, it is very interactive. We can make the learning process more engaging and memorable for the student. Let us watch a video related to this.
What is digital storytelling? Digital storytelling uses multimedia tools to bring narratives to life. Digital stories are versatile and can cover a wide variety of topics, such as explaining a concept, reflecting on a personal experience, retelling an historical event, or making an argument. Digital stories are typically videos that combine audio, images, and video clips to tell a story. Even though we recommend that digital stories be 2 to 3 minutes long, a lot of work goes into making one. First, you will need to brainstorm what you want your digital story to be about. Once you've determined the purpose of your digital story, the next step is to create a script and a storyboard. When writing a script, you will need to decide what you want your digital story to accomplish. The script and storyboard will lay out exactly how the digital story will unfold. The next step is to create your video. Depending on your script and storyboard, you may need to record your voiceover, gather or create images or video clips, and choose music and sound effects. Finally, put all the elements together and enjoy the final product. If you're interested in learning more about these steps, check out the guides and videos that we have linked in the description. So, why create a digital story? Creating a digital story is an engaging way that requires creativity, self-direction, and experimentation with new technologies. Need help? Email library@uofguelph.ca, chat, or drop by.
So that was about how we can create a digital story. So students might get like bored with the regular textbooks. So what we can do is we can promote either the students to create a digital video of the concept that they have learned, or we can create a digital story or a video for the students. There are certain tools for digital storytelling. We can use the presentation tools, like the best tool that the best tool for student and teachers would be PowerPoint. It is often used for visual presentation, but it can be limited for creative storytelling. Then we have a next tool, that is Beamer. Beamer is actually a package of LaTeX, and it is a strong option for structured and creative presentation with professional result. Then when we talk about media integration, for photograph and videos, we need essential media. We can require image viewers or editing tools. For audio narration, it can be recorded using the system tool or dedicated softwares like Audacity. Then for text-to-speech conversion, we can have tools such as Natural Reader and text-to-speech that provide efficient narration options. The benefits of digital storytelling is it will enhance the listening and thinking skills of the students. It will strengthen the conceptual understanding. The multimedia presentations will aid in reinforcing the lessons with concrete examples. Also, it promotes an active learning because digital storytelling fosters deeper engagement by combining visual, auditory, and interactive elements. The next kind of tool is data visualization, that is unveiling the insights through visuals. Data visualization, that is graphical representation of information of data to identify certain patterns, trends, and relationship. The purpose is to facilitate the comprehension of complex data by transferring it to an accessible or visual format. Again, what is the use of visual tools is the uses in education for pattern recognition. So we can understand the large data set like demographics or global movement if we are teaching such topics to the students. Again, to analyze the content, the tools like word cloud, they help to visualize the text usage. They highlight common themes or ideas and can be applied to essays, journal entries, and textbooks for deeper analysis. So this is a very good tool that can be used by the English teachers, that is word clouds. Then when we are talking about infographics, it is a very powerful tool for visual communication. So what is infographic? A visual representation of data with minimum text to highlight some pattern, insights, and analysis. The best example of infographic is a graph. Then purpose for impactful communication. You can see one diagram of an infographic that I have given over here, that is say a morning routine. So instead of writing it in theory, if we are giving some images, then it becomes more, the reader gets more engaged. It becomes more engaging for the reader instead of getting bored. So what are the characteristics of effective infographics? It is visual to appeal. Again, there is a clarity in it and purposeful communication. Clear message is given that is relevant to the viewer. So where we can use infographics in education, that is storytelling with data. We can use storyline. We can show visual trend. We can show comparison or narratives in subjects like history, science, and economics. Again, the students can make project. They can summarize some research very creatively. Again, for revision, we can use summaries or visual aid for lesson reviews. There are certain key tools for creating infographics like Easily. That is a free online tool with pre-designed templates. Also drag and drop functionality. We are going to see a live demo of Easily in some time. It is also best for beginners in creating simple and visually appealing infographics. Again, the next tool we are having is Timeline JS. Timeline JS is ideal for chronological data representation, so it would be helpful for history teachers. It also integrates with spreadsheets, that is Excel sheets, to create dynamic and media-rich timeline. For example, what we can do is revolutionary user interfaces. We can timeline showcasing innovatively through the years. Then the next tool is Tabula. What Tabula does is it extracts data from PDF into the format like CSV or TSV. So what it does is it streamlines importing into the spreadsheet or database for further processing. So if certain data is given in PDF format, we can access that data or we can convert that data into Excel sheet or in database. Okay, so it is good for teachers and students that deal with pre-existing data locked in certain documents. So let us see a live demonstration of Easily. So here you can see on the left hand side, we are having so many options. If I click on graphics, I can add graphics that are given over here. I can say, suppose I'm having an option of people and I go to say, I'm selecting the option of computer. Say, suppose I'm selecting agriculture, then related to agriculture, say I need the image of carrot. Okay, so it is telling to upgrade, but certain images are available freely. Let us use those images. So suppose I go to graphics and I need an image. We can select any image from here. Suppose say I need a template. So I'm getting option of so many kinds of templates. You can choose any template of your choice. Say suppose the blood test profile we are doing. So I'm having the template. So you can change the data and you can do changes accordingly. Okay. So here I can also change the text. You can see the text is editable. So whatever, if the science teachers can change whatever profile is there accordingly, they can change the content of the file as well. As per your use, you can manage the file. If I go to charts, say I have certain bar charts. So even you can edit the charts. Okay. If you're going to edit, say color, purple color is there, the labeling is cat. Say suppose you want to change it and we are marking say as English. We have conducted test in January and the score was say 25 or 25 students appear for English test January. In February, say 24 students appeared for the tests. Accordingly, we can manage the data. If it is for teacher or it is for student, we can manage it accordingly. Then the timeline, as I told you, timeline is the best tool for the history teachers. Even in PowerPoint, we can create such kind of timelines. As per our use, in the center, we are going to have the year and the events for each year would be marked in a text box. Also, we are having an option to choose the colors that will make it more attractive. Some practical classroom uses of infographics. Infographics are like we can create infographics. Students can visualize the historical event or scientific process or some survey result. Also interactive lessons. Teachers can present complex information in an engaging manner. Also, we can show timelines for certain contexts, for sequences in literature, for history or project milestone. So how we can create an infographic is, first we will define the purpose for what we are creating it. We will organize our data. We can use spreadsheet, that is Excel sheet or databases. Then we can choose a tool or a platform like Easily or Timeline or JS based on our goal. Then we can design and review. We can add certain visual. We can keep the text minimal and we can ensure clarity, and we can share and reflect. Then content-centric creation tools. These tools focus on quality and efficiency. So tools designed to prioritize content over the design or the formatting. They are called as content-centric tools. Some content-centric tools are, say, S5, that is Simple Standards, that is based slideshow system. It is very lightweight slideshow creation using simple text-based instructions. Also, when we can use it, when quick and content-rich presentations are required. Then the next tool is text to mind map. We have already seen this. It will generate the mind map from indented text input. It simplifies the mapping idea and concept without worrying about the design. Then the next tool is the LaTeX. It is a powerful tool for creating structured documents such as research papers, books, or reports. Let us see already we have seen the demonstration of text to mind map to create the tree diagram. We had seen an example of types of vehicles. Then why we need to choose content-centric tools? It is efficient in it provides efficiency in education. It is time-saving. Also, it has professional standards. Because it ensures a polished and cohesive look. Then the next one is what you see is what you get versus content-centric tools. So we have certain difference between what you see is what you get tools and content-centric tools. Like what you see is what you get tools means we had seen an example of text to mind map. So what we saw over there is what we got. So that is called as what you see is what you get tools. That is WYSIWYG tools. And the next is content-centric tools. So in the first kind of tool, we have drag and drop and visual styling. And when we talk about content-centric tool, we have text and code based input. We need to write certain code and then we get the output. Again, what you see, what you get is user-driven. Content-centric is tool-driven. Again, this has a low intuitive, that is the learning curve is low, and content-centric requires high initial learning. What you see, what you get is variable, and content-centric is consistently high quality. It gives a high quality output. What you see, what you get gives us a freedom for creativity in design, but content-centric tools are structured and content-focused. Coming to the end of today's presentation, that the last but not the least part is learning management system. As we all know as educators that the evolution of educational tools have empowered the teachers to integrate LMS, that is learning management system, with various features that enhance the learning experiences. We have many tools like learning analytic tools. These type of tools collect, analyze, and report the data on learners and their learning behavior. Then we have many deployment options like on-premise systems. They are installed on tools infrastructure. They give control over the data and customization. Also, we have an option of online learning management systems. There are certain free tools and there are certain tools for which you need to pay. So these tools empower the teachers. They help us in innovative teaching techniques to create an engaging and learning atmosphere for the students. Also, these tools are very helpful in the lifelong learning. They help the students to develop critical thinking skill, to connect the ideas and become the lifelong learners. Anyone having any questions, please you can put out your questions in chat box, or if you like to share it, you can raise your hands and ask the questions.
Over to Urvi ma'am. Urvi ma'am, you take up the questions. Sometimes
Yes,
it may come in the chat box also. Read
no
out, you can read
questions
out
right
the
now.
comments in the chat box also.
I would like all the educators to share which tool you liked the most out of that we have seen today, and that you would be using it and how you would be using it. Anyone would like to share their ideas out here? The tools which we saw today, which we have seen today, which tool you liked the most and which one you would be using and how you would be using in your class. Anyone would like to raise your hand and answer to this question?
In comments, we are getting Glyphy, text to mind map, OLabs.
AI for mathematics. Okay. Yeah, anyone would like to share how you would use such type of tool to make your class more engaging?
I think they have to, watch this video again, so that we introduced a lot of tools, so they have to watch and practice, do practice. I think teachers have to give this what do you call demonstration to their colleagues as well, and
Yeah.
slowly they have to do practice and make a habit of using these tools in their daily life. So,
Yes.
Urvi ma'am, you can wind up.
Yes, sir. There is one question, ma'am. How can we use game tools in a classroom with smartboard to make the class interesting?
How can we use game tools?
Yeah, in a
See,
classroom with smartboards.
so we are having certain game tools, as I told you, the word count game that is beneficial for English teachers. So even subject specific certain games are there. I think in the upcoming session, I would be well equipped with each gaming tools that which is relevant to subject. For now, I can only tell you about the word count tool that we discussed in today's presentation. So with the help of this tool, the students can count how many words they have learned today, or if they are typing in that, they can, it is always visible how many words they have typed today. So that is the advantage of this tool. So surely in the upcoming session, I would love to share with you all the gaming tools which would be helpful in education.
That's it. No more questions. Shall I wind up, sir?
Yes, please. Yes.
So I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to Miss Amira Ansari ma'am for her enlightening and insightful session. I'm confident that we are now equipped better for in our classrooms, making them more engaging and fruitful. I'm sure our modern methods would enable students become more adaptable and better prepared for the challenges and opportunities of the future. Dear participants, please note that the link to the certificate and feedback form has already been shared in the meeting chat. Kindly complete the form with all the necessary details. On behalf of Extra Mile Education and Training and BTAG, I, Urvi Dave, would like to express our sincere thanks to Ms. Amira Ansari ma'am for sharing her valuable insights and words of wisdom. I would also like to extend a special thank you to Dr. Abdul Salam for his unwavering support and for providing this wonderful opportunity. And last but not the least, a huge thank you to all the participants for your incredible enthusiasm. We sincerely hope we have earned the privilege of your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Urvi ma'am, for your help. And a big round of applause to Amira ma'am. As usual, she did a very good presentation. It was very clear and, with no breaks and stops, she was continuously, educating us. So it's a very good contribution, ma'am, from your side to the educators, to the education community and the teaching fraternity. Definitely, some of us, some of the educators will look into it and they will definitely use it. And yeah, it will take some time, to understand more about the tools and all. So we would like to request each participant to try it by go searching these tools. We will be posting this video tomorrow morning. You can go to this video and look at the tools, and you try searching for it and try customizing it for your teaching practices. So thank you so much, Amira ma'am, once again on behalf of Extra Mile Education and Training, and big thanks to all the educators. We had a very good response for this particular topic. From that, we understand that educators, teachers are very much interested in updating themselves, especially in terms of the technology. So we are sure that classrooms are going to be very interesting and students are going to be benefited from our service. We are making changes. We will make change if we implement and practice these tools in our daily life. So thank you so much, all educators, once again. Keep connected. Hopefully, we'll be coming up with the second part of it, wherein Amira ma'am will discuss the gaming tools which are available for different subjects. And also, I request Amira ma'am to take up the Chat GTP and Copilot, Gemini, all these tools which are freely available, which I am making use of every day. They are wonderful to use in classroom scenario as well. So we will have a session, hopefully. Hope Amira ma'am will, find time for it. Thank you so much, Amira ma'am. And all educators, have a good night. Urvi ma'am, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.